Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Jam. I'm your host, Jarvis Johnson. Today we're going to explore what it truly means to be happy and how can we find more joy in our everyday lives. We're diving into this complex topic of happiness. What is happiness? How can we define it? And most importantly, how can we have more happiness in our lives? So we're going to go through a few things here because everyone's like, I just want to be happy. I want to do certain things to be happy. This makes me happy, so on and so forth. But let's start at the beginning. Let's define happiness. Because before we can explore ways to achieve happiness, we must understand what happiness really means. Happiness is a concept that has been studied by psychologists and philosophers and researchers throughout history. And according to a positive psychologist, happiness is not just the absence of negative emotions, but it's a positive state of well being, contentment, and satisfaction with life. It can be both short term and long term joy and a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Researchers suggest that happiness is a subjective experience, meaning it can differ from person to person. Factors like genetics, cultural upbringing, and life circumstances can all influence one person's happiness. Positive psychology has identified three main components that contribute to overall happiness: positive emotions, engagement in meaningful activities, and a sense of life purpose or meaning. As we look at understanding the science of happiness, happiness isn't just an abstract concept, it can be measured and studied scientifically. Researchers have looked into the field of positive psychology to uncover the secrets of happiness and well being. They found some factors such as genetics, that accounts for about 50% of happiness level, while circumstances like income and social status contribute to around 10%. So, what about the other 40%? This is where the fascinating concept of intentional activities come into play. Intentional activities are actions that we take daily to increase our happiness level. For instance, practicing gratitude, engaging in regular exercise, nurturing social connections, and setting and achieving meaningful goals, they have all been found to have a positive impact on our happiness. So, doing those things have all shown that if you do them, then it'll have a positive impact on your happiness. By incorporating these activities into our daily lives, we can boost our overall well being. So, the pursuit of happiness, let's look at some strategies and techniques. Now that we have an understanding of what happiness is and how it can be measured, let's look at these strategies that can help us in this pursuit of happiness. Like I said before, number one, show gratitude. One of the most effective ways to increase happiness is by practicing gratitude. Having a habit of showing gratitude involves taking time each day to reflect and appreciate the positive aspects of life. This can be as simple as a journal and you write down, three or four things that you're grateful for. As people, we tend to take for granted the things we have and we don't look back and show some of the things that we are grateful for. Number two, mindfulness. That refers to being fully present in the current moment without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we can reduce stress, improve mental clarity, and enhance our overall well being. So be mindful, be in the present moment. Don't worry about the past and don't look to the future. Be focused on where you are. And there's always a saying, be where your feet are. Number three, build meaningful relationships. We're social beings as humans. We love to be social. And strong social connections, they are very crucial for happiness. Investing time and effort in these meaningful relationships can contribute to our overall well being. It's important to surround yourself with positive and supportive individuals who can uplift you and inspire you. I know some of you guys. You ever been around somebody that's, negative, and that negative energy rubs off on you. So it's the same with positive and happy energy. Be around people that are positive and happy, and that energy will rub off on you. Number four, pursuing goals and growth. Having a sense of purpose and working towards meaningful goals in our lives, that provides our lives with direction and fulfillment. Set goals that you can reach, all right? Short term goals and long term goals, and chip away at them each day. And when you see the results of you meeting those goals, that helps you uh, be more motivated. It builds your self esteem and it helps with your overall happiness. Happiness and self care is important. We have a fast paced life in a demanding world, but it is important to prioritize self care as a mean of fuel to our happiness. Okay, so take some time, take care of your physical, mental, and emotional well being. It's beneficial to yourself, but it also enhances your ability to experience joy and satisfaction. Physical well being, regular exercise, balanced diet, good sleep. Sleep is important, good sleep. You got to have all those things to have a positive impact on your mood and your happiness level. Engaging in activities that you enjoy, getting outdoors, all of those things can boost your overall well being. Now, your mental and emotional well being. It is crucial to manage your stress and cultivate healthy coping mechanisms to maintain mental and emotional well being. Self care, a good self care routine that includes activities like, for example, like journaling, practicing mindfulness, even to go and seek therapy, talk to somebody. Sometimes we have a lot of stuff that we're dealing with, and you might just need to talk to somebody that's not biased, somebody that doesn't know you, that you can just kind of release and talk to. A lot of times, therapists gets looked at as a negative deal, or anytime just something goes bad, you want to see a therapist, but it's also good to just talk to somebody. And when you do that, that helps with, you know, your happiness and gives you a chance to reflect on some of the things that you have going on in your life. So I've gave you some good tips on ways to, one, find your joy, your peace, your happiness, and some ways that you can use these things to stay positive and be happy. And because only you can control your happiness. People all the time say, well, I'm not happy. Well, you control your happiness. You decide what affects you and how it affects you. And if things go bad, because things are going to go bad, you know, um, life, that's just part of life. It's going to be ups and downs. It's not always going to be all good, but only you can decide how you respond to certain events, certain things that happen to you, and how you want to handle yourself. So I encourage you to prioritize your well-being, build meaningful relationships, practice gratitude, and stay positive, stay happy, and keep seeking the true essence of happiness. Okay, be positive, stay after it. If not, you'll be jammed. Thanks for listening.